Peace, love, and blessings, everyone. Hope you're doing well, and welcome back to another stream. So, next one is this one is Youngster Tommy. So, yeah, I remember last time we had a purge of the taunt, which was really handy. But I don't think we have any more taunt. Although we're gonna do some. We're going to do a little bit more prep for this episode, as you can see. So, I've got the... right. Yeah. So, we're going to do some evolutions and get one up to 38. So just... The page is up, so I guess I just need to... I'm just going to drag this up here. And... just need to put that like that. There we go. So... yeah, so because of sturdy, we really want to avoid the trick room going off. So because of that, we're gonna do some investigation into because ideally what we're really looking for is to see if someone learns taunt, right? Now, in terms of remaining Pokemon to level up, so Seal doesn't level to Wall Ring until was it second split or maybe third split? So you can also go for a status, like that, and have an investigation. Taunt. I imagine Incineroar probably gets taunt. Yeah. I guess, you know what, might as well just swap everyone out now. Possible teams. So let's go through it one by one. So let's look at Arcanine. So it's always got to check that they don't have a difference in the moveset. Doesn't look like it. So, ooh, extreme speed open. Amazing. But it doesn't look like we're going to get to use that, so it's not calm, so it's got attack down nature, which is not great. So I was kind of thinking to maybe have it be more defensive, since it's not going to hit as hard as we'd like. So it's going to get Fire Fang. Yeah, it doesn't really get anything, so I'll probably just keep Roll. And maybe I want to keep... So let's first of all use the Firestone because it's not going to change moves it learns. So we've got Arcanine, which is awesome. Let's go for the may end up keeping Scary Face. Just thinking about it. Flame Wheel is not bad. I mean, the fact is it says it thaws the user. And how badly would I want Scary Face? I feel like I'd rather just keep Raw, if they're an issue, I'll just roll them out. No, I'm gonna have to get one of these moves though. I'm quite fast, so having a flinch chance is good. I'm just thinking if there's ever a case where I get frozen. Like I know I can get out guaranteed, right? Yeah. Flame Burst instead. We do get Retaliate. I feel like because of Intimidate, it might be a mistake, I don't know. Yeah, it's actually more of a special attacker because of the attack down nature. Okay, so let's do the ones who don't require a stone. Well, sorry, don't have a speed though. I don't see any difference in their movesets. Unfortunately, I also don't see Taunt, which is a shame. It's not like I need Taunt, but yeah. I'll take it as a growl for sure. It's fine. Bite. Let's have a lick here. Swag is an interesting one. I feel like I prefer it to War actually. Fake Out. I don't actually see Fake Out here, which is interesting, but yeah, Fake Out is. Fake Out is really good actually. Just checking his stats quick, so look docile. It is more of a physical attacker. But Snarl is really good. I feel like we'll take Snarl instead of Bite. I think that's worth it. Okay. So we use Ball. I'm just not a fan of the ball moves. Yeah, we're definitely for Icy Wind. I think we're French and Water. Guaranteed speed drop when possible. I just don't like a rollout because of it locking you into a move. I'd rather keep. Body Slam is a good move. I feel like this sphere isn't really like super fun. Yeah, I'll take it. I feel like it's more an effective Pokemon, despite having a rash nature. I think yeah. Okay, I suppose analysts the other one would gonna just evolve. It's better than rock throw. Oh, this is the thing, so if we look at Riff, right? So obviously we've got battle armor here. It's got very high attack stat. And obviously Fury Cutter does stack. And it stacks quickly, right? It goes to 40, 80, 160 quite quickly. So let's see what other options we get. So I'm going to get off with Rock 2. So I'm obviously going to take that instead of Smackdown. Then we could take a Rock Slide. Yeah, so I think we have Rock 2 instead of Pounce or Speed Control. We're not going to go Brian because you're not really a special attacker. So if we really need a speed drop, we got Rock 2. Bug Bite. Berries is cool though. I think I'd rather Aqua Jet. Now this is the one that's like... it's very slow. So really this is just more of a damage boost rather than actually trying to get the speed up, so I think I'd prefer Rock 2. Amazing. Okay. So now we come to choices. Let's have a look at these two before I decide which way we're going. So we've got a Quiet. I mean, it's already slow, so that's fine. Actually makes it very good for Trick Room. In fact, I could actually leave this and let the carving self Trick Room. Actually faster. Quiet is very good for PTO. Let's see, move-wise, is it the same? You get access to Sleep Power, which is really good. Flavor, get Natural Gift as well. Oh, so if we evolve it into an Executor, it gets Nature Power instead of Natural Gift. We still get Giga Drain, Psybeam, and Sleep Power. Alone. So if I'm correct, they're both still special attackers, yeah. I've already got a few psychic types. I'm really looking at the dragon type as being cool. I would have much preferred Harvest rather than Chlorophyll, but it is what it is. Especially because it's speed down nature. So what does it already have? It already has Confusion. So just depends whether I'd want Nature Power instead. So this move goes on based on the terrain. Try attacking Wi-Fi. And then obviously changes like that. Well, Natural Gift is good. That's why Harvest would have been really cool as a alongside this. So I think I prefer Dragon Balls. Yeah, so we're gonna go for the Alolan Executor. So that's going to be Sunstone, I believe? Yeah. but it dies Bullet Seed. It's pretty good. But it is special attack up nature. And because I'm going to have natural gifts, I probably want to have in the berry anyway. So I think we'll say no. So here's the thing about Sleep Powder, right? It doesn't work on other quests. It's more accurate. But it's a powder, but it doesn't affect grass types, overcoat, and safety goggles. Whereas anyone can be put to sleep with hypnosis and don't have the same restrictions. So I'm actually inclined to keep hypnosis, even though it's slightly less accurate. Call me crazy. Alright, we definitely want Dragon Pulse. Over... No, Uproar is powerful. But it also locks you into a move, which I'm never really a fan of. I mean, this way I keep some psychic coverage, which is really good. Is natural gift what I'm thinking of before I hold up? Type of move depends on the berry, yeah. Does it say what each berry does? No. So I'm just gonna double check, but I think this is the one where it's like it throws and it deals different damage. Because there's two like moves like this. Yes, it is what I'm thinking. So, to be honest, that's as much as I would have liked to keep confusion. Is it physical though? That's alright. I still have quite pretty good attacks for that. Arguably more useful because it means I've always got that one-off coverage of another move that I'd like to use. Now I've got sleep options as well. So I think that's best. And finally, let's see where we're gonna go with this Pichu. So right now I do believe it has Volt Absorb, yeah. So they'll actually lose Volt Absorb if it becomes a lone Raichu. Because it's already got speed down, it's kind of like, well, God, bother. With the yellow version. But again, with Light Ball, I could, you know, I wouldn't keep it Pikachu because it's got speed down. And it's just going to not be the sweeper it needs to be. Right, move-wise, Beauty Electroball, Fake Out, Spark and Novel. Yeah, same thing actually. Skill swap and psychic, much later on. We've got enough psychic types. I think I'm just going to go for base Raichu. Well, you know what? I don't see me needing an electric type for any of these fights, truthfully. And even if I do have an electric, so I'm gonna leave the Pichu. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that. I'll save that for later. Okay, so now let's plan how we're getting through this fight. So, calm. I think the first thing we need to look is what is calming speed? There's a speed start of 50. So I think, right, because we're so slow, it might actually be worth leading the executor here, alright? So let's pop executor rights in. So we'll have a mix of fast and slow Pokemon, so that if the Trick Room goes up we make use of it, and if it doesn't then we work around that. Natural gift, I'll have to remember to put the berry into have it reveal what type it's gonna be. Or actually I might have to just put that in myself. So this is going to be quiet. It's going to have chlorophyll, which doesn't really help here. We shouldn't have any item. If I put an item, does it change? Update natural gift? Naturally, no, it doesn't. Alright. So we got 24, 6, 13, 7, 19, 15. Let's export. Import. So if Trick Room's up, obviously Shuckle's going to be faster. But I'm actually slower. I'm not slower than Sudowoodo. That's a shame. Because part of the whole reason was this is like, oh, if Trick Room's up, you can outspeed Sudowoodo, but you can Giga Drain it, but yeah, that's not gonna work. So the other thing I was thinking is to CC the calming, so maybe put it to sleep. It's a little sturdy, isn't it? But it's what rock fairy. It's not gonna have enough damage to take it out. I mean, I know Steel Wind will do a chunk of damage, but oh no, it resists poison, right? Pretty sure it resists poison. So yeah, that's not going to do enough damage. This is the only other option I can think. No. Given the Sudowoodo is still going to be slower. But Gorgonapples take it at least a bit better. Not great though. And even then, Steel Wing isn't a guaranteed knockout. Honestly, if the Alolan Executor was just a bit slower, it would have been perfect. Obviously, I don't want to risk a crit head smash, so... There is one other thing that could work, which is no, I'm slower than that, so it's definitely gonna Trick Room and then teleport. Like if I had someone who had setup, then that would be perfect. I could just set up right here. I think I'll have to go electric and try. Hypnosis on that you're slower. Yeah, it's looking like the play is going to be to power with Electric and see what happens. Alternatively, I could go Steel Wing, except that the Trick Room's going to go up, and then Aquajet on the next turn. I'll go with Empoleon, because to be fair, Empoleon actually has a pretty good matchup into this Pseudo-Udo. Aquajet, got a good matchup into the Golem, Takedown, apart from Galvanizer, and that's probably what he'll switch into actually. And then I've got yeah, then I can switch into Alolan Executor. I guess with Pseudo-Udo it would just be really bad at crit. That would put me in a challenging spot. Obviously, lastly for this, because it's going to Power Trick. The problem is, if this thing Power Tricks inside of Trick Room, that is an issue. Because it's going to start to suddenly hit like an absolute train. But again, where Empoleon is good is that if it goes on to 10 defense, Aquajet is a one-shot. And I'll check, I don't think Quick Attack is. And both Relegator and Empoleon have that Quick Attack. Sorry. Aquajet. Okay, so we're gonna bring in Gog and Organical. Alligator. And I'm bringing in Electric in case we need to use Thunderwave on things. Okay. And we're going to lead with Empoleon. And we are going to give it the King's Rock. And flinch, because if I actually get the flinch off, we're in a very good position. But everyone else can go very juicily. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Although, you know what? I was really tired last night. I don't think I actually put in the KOs from last time episode. Let's quickly pop the Elchos. 2 from Napoleon. 1 for Elderglass, 1 for Malganackle. Excuse me. Alright, let's see how this one goes. So we're going to go for the Steel Wing, hoping for a flinch with King Kong, or unlikely. It's more likely that Trick Room just gets out, which is fine. It could switch, it probably doesn't. It's faster than me, but it's going to teleport, which is low priority. So we might as well see if we get a defense increase. So Sudowoodo, no, sorry, yeah. Golden's gonna come in because it has the galvanized takedown. And what we want to do is switch into I reckon we've got a few options there. Could go into electric. But then we'll see. No, that's not good idea. Organical doesn't take it too well. Doesn't do much damage back either. Whereas Rock Blast is a bit scary. But I should have had the move for no, because Giga Drain is super effective on all these things. I think it's fine. So we're going to switch it to Executor. Resist this really well. And Trick Room's up, so I'm actually faster. So I've got a few options here. Giga Drain doesn't one shot. I could try and go for Hypnosis and put it to sleep. But I think we'll try Hypnosis, yeah. Good. When there was that slight lag there, honestly, I thought I missed. I'm really worried. But this is good because if it stays asleep, so that's 1 turn asleep, it could wake up here. Which it did, unfortunately. So obviously the hope was that it stayed asleep here. And doesn't get all this damage off. Because now I can't use Executor into... Oh, okay. Ooh, that's an issue now, because it's actually fast. And we definitely can't risk what just happened there. It's... I'm trying to think, it definitely Rock Blasts, right? Into the Yellow Executor. Could also Aerial Ace, it'd be fair. I can't see Earthquake because I resist. So we can now go back into Napoleon now that the Trick Room's gone. And because we're faster, we can just Steel Wing. Maybe not actually. Yeah, let's just won't be guaranteed a kill. So obviously we're faster than Shuckle at the moment. So let's see if we can get some defense boosts. So it's tricked. So it can now KO me with Earthquake, but I also KO it with any move. And I'm pretty sure Steel Wing is 100 accuracy. Can Steel Wing not boost my defense anymore? Did they remove that? Yeah, no, it still has a 10% chance. So yeah, we're still faster. Because of Power Trick, Steel Wing is a one-shot. No? Okay, no defense boost. That's okay. Alright, this is honestly the big problem, because this thing actually hits really hard with the Rockhead Life Orb. So, a crit from Woodhammer is the most damage it can do, and that has a maximum of 94, and I'm faster. So, we could Steel Wing, just looking at health-wise. Yeah, we could Steel Wing to potentially get defense up, but I don't think it really matters. Defense up? Nope. Missed the head smash, that's fine. And then we Bubble Beam. Nice. Okay, Napoleon. Well, that was quite sweet because obviously didn't have some support, but yeah. 4 takedowns for Napoleon, nice. That steel typing. It's just amazing. Alright. We're going to try to do the next one as well, and then we're definitely stopping for Roxanne. We need to do full calculations and battle prep and everything for Roxanne to try and get through that undefeated. So we have quite a few rapid spinners, so we have options there, but obviously we don't want to get hit by it. We don't want to take damage from the Sticky Bomb. A good solid ground move would be good. I think Toxic Debris, I don't think it has to make contact. I think any move will just... No, if the Pokemon is hit by a physical attacker, okay. So what we'd really want is a special Earth move, i.e. Delphox, with Mud Shot. Yeah. Or even Psybeam. Yeah, so Mud Shot with Delphox. And who does that bring in? Oh, Minion, maybe. Marine. Probably not. Probably Corsola? Obviously I can't be pre-burned now, so keep that in mind. It could also be Lunatone. So I need to have good reliable switch-ins to deal with them. And I reckon it's just gonna be Empoleon. It's got steel for resisting and then water for just dealing a lot of damage back. Right, Corsola, which is crazy tanky. This just needs to be a Soul Cure. It's only Ghost, but that way we get the damage ticking over time. Obviously, because it has Calm Mind, we don't want that. So, you know, for Alligator is probably actually better. It probably does Will-O-Wisp, but we could just crunch, hopefully get some damage. Okay, so it's looking like we need to get Delphox back in for sure. Well, you know, good question actually. How does Incineroar do? I mean, it can't. It's not an attacker though. It can't be Will-O-Wisp. I don't really care if it's Strength Slams, and even though it's Ancient Power Ring, it only special attacks. So I could potentially snarl it out actually. Let's let's have a look at bringing in Incineroar into the data. But do some Intimidate. Team 30 is a good attack stat. 26, 13, 18, 2, do some Intimidate. And move wise, it's got double kick. Snarl. Fake out. And Fire Fang. Cool. Export. Import. So let's see how you do up against this Corsair. I suppose because Ancient Power is super effective, that's kind of an issue, but you can still snarl it down. So I think that's a good matchup. Yeah, I think Minion probably just might want to have Electric. Actually enough damage, and I'll put it in shield down mode. So we'll probably go for the 50-50, yeah, maybe Aqua Jet it. And it probably Shell Smashes, but that's not going to be enough use. So yeah, we're going to go and Empoleon for that. So let's bring in Incineroar instead of... yeah, I don't think I'm using Electric here. Let's just check. We got Delphox leading. What is Executor here for though? I guess it doesn't take too much damage and the Giga Drain does a lot. Okay, cool. Yeah, I did just want to have a quick look at Natural Gift and the berries I've got, because we might want to hit with a super effective Ghost move. Let's have a look. So we've got Funnel to Electric. The Pecha is Electric. I would have thought the Cherry Berry would be Electric, but okay. It's fighting, or using that poison. Ground. What a chilling lancer. Yeah, no, right, never mind. So we just let's get a look at the other niche items. Quick Claw maybe? Big Root extra healing, sure. We'll gonna stick with berry juice on here. Also for berry juice. Okay, so let's heal, save, let's do it. Alright, let's get this up already. Calc in, open there. Alright, let's go battle number 2. Right, so one shot here should be a one shot, but I see we also one shot with Psybeam. So I'm gonna go with that just in case it switches. Okay, cool, becomes out. Lunatone as expected. We don't really have a good matchup into this Lunatone, so we've got a few options because we know it's going to Ancient Power. We go to Empoleon, resists, and we can just steal and do a lot of damage. We also have Incineroar, but it does take a bit of damage from the Ancient Power, so I'm not too sure about that actually. Alolan Executor does a lot and can Giga Drain the health back. The only thing is I'm slower. Empoleon definitely handles it. Empoleon's also slower, to be fair. So yeah, I think let's go to Alolan Executor. So I can keep the others healthier for other things I might need to do. So obviously, hoping as always not for an Omni boost. No, we'll just Giga Drain. Rather than risking sleep missing and getting an Omni boost. We've got a big root, so I think they should pretty much nearly heal to full. Yeah. And I very much doubt. Oh gosh, that's a crit. Okay, so who do you bring? Minion, okay. So it's obviously in Meteor form. But even in Meteor form, yeah, the Flying Gem Acrobatics does hurt. So we've got two lined up here. We've got Garganacl, who takes it really well, or Empoleon, who also takes it pretty well as well. We could also Shell Smash it. We're gonna go Garganacl. Just because I want to keep Empoleon healthy, or Corsola. So what we do is we Salt Kill. Okay. We don't want it to go into shield down because it's just going to get a power boost and do more damage to me. So this way it stays in the shield down form. The combination of Rock Tomb and the Salt Kill Tick. No, don't even need the Salt Kill Tick. We will need to switch here. Now, Obviously Delphox does pretty well, but we don't again really want to take the Hydro Pump. That'll be okay. Pokémon does take it well as well, but it doesn't really do much damage. Back. And the thing is, it can't one-shot me, it has no weapons. I do think we go back into Delphox because it literally has no way of one-shotting me. And I one-shot it with Side Beam. Should go. And that just leaves us with this thing, which could easily spiral out of control. So a good Calm Mind here. Let's see how much Ancient Power does. Because to be honest, if it wants to Calm Mind and it's getting a special defense increase but not a special attack, I'm absolutely okay with that. Ancient Power crit has a max of 48. You know what, we're going to stay in and we're going to have Mystical Fire. That's fine. Because the Berry Juice was still out of crit range. Okay, we'll have to switch now. Well, actually, well, we could just. Actually, no, I'm in kill range. Yeah, crit would kill me now. Okay. So I think now we just want someone who's going to finish it off. I think Empoleon would. No, not really. We could go into Incineroar and continue to snarl it down. Or we have Feraligatr to come in and do a finishing crunch. As cool as it would be to use Incineroar, I think Feraligatr makes more sense. Because it's not weak to Ancient Power, and we crunch, and I should definitely finish it off. Okay, that's all for later. Okay, we are certainly coming off now. There's no chance I'm doing Roxanne without very in-depth prep, which requires a lot of my brain power. So, yes, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace, love, and blessings.